What's up, everybody? This is episode 6, right?
Six it is.
Episode 6 of the Super MetaBros podcast Royale. My name is Skelly Tone, joined here by Shifter 23.
What up, bad bitches?
Every week, every Monday, about 4 o'clock, we like to get together and talk about gaming news, what's going on in the industry. Not strictly gaming, we talk about movies, TV shows, just all kinds of nerdy shit, just basically. We'd like to kick it off with the news. If you like the content, be sure to give us a like. Comment down below if you have any thoughts, any negative, positive thoughts, whatever. If you dislike the content, leave a thumbs down. We don't give a fuck about you. That was a joke. We do care very deeply. So what's going on with you, man? What you been playing this week?
Got into Horizon Zero Dawn. Been playing that a little bit. I haven't had too much time to play it, but I've had enough to get a kind of idea that I'll probably keep playing. One of the problems I've been having lately is trying to find a game to get into that I could play regularly, and all of the ones that I tried lately, I was like, this is okay. Like I tried Absolver last week, and I'm like, not for me. I tried the one with Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe, Beyond Two Souls, a couple
Oh,
months
yeah.
before, or a month before, and I was like, nope, not doing it. And I
Nope.
mean, the last game that I had that I got that I could actually just jump in and play, because really the only games that I get right now are the PlayStation Plus games, because nothing that comes out lately just really interests me enough to go out and buy it. So I play the PlayStation Plus free games, and I give those a shot. The last one that really got me was Just Cause 3. I'd never played the Just Cause games. Or no, Just Cause 4, I'm sorry. Or
You've never played
one of
Just
them,
Cause game?
whatever. Yeah, it's 3, I think. I can't remember. It's whichever one that they, had put
It's
out on the
probably 3.
PlayStation
I think it
Plus.
was 3.
Yeah. But either way, it was pretty fun, and it was something I could play without much investment. I could just jump right in and go for it. So
Dude,
I
honestly,
enjoyed
dude,
that, but
I don't think I've ever even touched the stories on any of those games. It's just fun to play in the
on
sandbox.
oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You got the grappling hook, man. Any grappling hook mechanic, any tethering mechanic with good physics is just a blast to me. I could have
That was the thing.
fucking hours.
It was you could go anywhere and do it. I spent more time just going around with the grappling hook exploring the world than I did actually playing the game. So
Yeah.
that was pretty enjoyable. I did like that.
Um, I'm hoping Spider-Man has that same feel.
Yeah.
They'll
I bet
probably
it
pull it off
will.
a lot
I'm
better.
sure I'm
I
sure it'll
have a
be all
feeling.
right.
Let's see. I've been dabbling in a little bit of No Man's Sky this week. I probably played for like 10 minutes. I'm really just hyped up for the new update. I want to jump in it for just a little bit to just so I could have some comparisons from the previous to the new update, which hits tomorrow, which is going to be pretty massive. We can talk about that during the news though. And No Man's Sky and fuck more Earthbound, dude. I'm like level 60, 70 on Earthbound. I'm about at the last stretch. Hit a massive fucking wall. I have to spend like 6 or 7 hours just grinding so I can just easily just tread through that shit. It was fun though.
Yeah. Are you still are you almost done with it?
Yep, almost done, man. Like I'm on the last stretch. I'm back at the very first town. Supposed to go back to the meteor. I'm hoping I'm on the last stretch, man. Because goddamn, it's a long fucking game.
So then after that you still have one more you were gonna beat, right?
Final Fantasy 3. Yep. I think it's Japanese 6, but US 3. Another one of my favorites. I gotta get into that. I'm about 10 hours into that, so it shouldn't take me very much longer to beat. Although, we can take this time and jump into news. The first item is Nintendo is filing a lawsuit against emulator sites.
Well, it's two emulator sites, and they're specific emulator sites that do a specific thing. Anybody that plays ROMs that use like cool ROMs and stuff like that, where you just download the ROM and you have to download your own emulator and you have to do all the work. those aren't being targeted. The ones that are being targeted right now are I can't remember what it was now. I just read the article without even thinking about it. It popped up in my main news feed. Like not even I wasn't searching for it. It popped up in like the top news. Um,
Right.
it's these two specific sites that basically provide an all-in-one function. Their site has an emulator built into this. It's an online emulator. You just go to the site and you play their Nintendo games just by you click the game and you start playing it on their site. It's basically like a streaming
Mm,
service that's letting people play these ROMs. And the big deal about it is that Nintendo is suing these people, and they've already taken the stuff down, but it's too late. They're still going to get sued. And
right.
the thing is, if they were taking subscription and donation money from people, these sites like Cool ROMs and stuff like that, they've always been completely free. If there was any revenue, it was from all the pop-ups and the
Ads.
ad stuff like
Yeah.
that. But that's you can't get anybody on that. But you can get people for taking money to play games, and so you're legitimately directly profiting off of these video games. I can understand cool ROMs and all that stuff not being targeted, and I wouldn't take this as a concerning sign for people who play ROMs and emulate. If you want to play ROMs, you'll always be able to find ROMs
Oh, sure.
somewhere. It's the site's fault for how they were doing it. For doing the all-in-one thing where all you do is go to the website. It's a novel idea. All I gotta do is go to this website and I can play, Super Mario Brothers, anytime I want to.
I
But
feel like as far as your moral compass goes, like just fucking go play ROMs, man. Like if Nintendo's not giving out these games for you to play, if they're not letting you buy any of these games for their new consoles, just go fucking download them. There's no other way you can play them, like realistically.
yeah, you can't go track down a 40-year-old piece of machinery, and then the original Nintendos. Now the batteries are pretty much all dead in the inside the
Yeah.
cartridge, so you can't play it anyway. Even if you could, um, you'd have to be really, really technical to track down a battery and know how to replace it and take apart those cartridges without um, causing any more harm than good. So, I mean,
Yep.
yeah, I definitely lean more towards the it's not going to matter because you'll always, it's like trying to stop people from downloading music or movies illegally. You just can't. It's always going to be out there. There's the dark web. I mean, you don't even have to go in the dark web to find this shit. This shit's just right there on the top surface. So you don't even have to dig. You can accidentally
Right.
stumble across ROM downloads. Matter of fact, I downloaded the entire Super Nintendo and NES library off of a YouTube from a YouTube link. The
Yeah.
YouTube guy linked me straight to a file that had every bit of it in there, like 1,000 something games or 800 games. It was every single title in the English library for SNES and NES. So you're always going to be able to
Beautiful.
find that type of stuff. I mean, it's you can't stop it, but at the same time, you got to use your fucking brain, man. You can't just sit there and say, "Hey guys, we're letting you play all of Nintendo's shit right here at the click of a button," and not, "Hey guys, if you want to play Mario, download this, download this, download this. You got to make this work. You might have to have WinRare so you can unzip stuff and blah blah blah." They make it technical and make it so that not just anybody can do it. It's not very consumer friendly to use emulators and stuff like that. You have to learn and really want to play these games. So it
Yeah.
creates a buffer zone. It saves them some money. And
Um.
Nintendo's not losing any more money because anybody that's tracking down an old Nintendo or tracking down old Nintendo games to play these games, Nintendo's not making any money from that.
They're
The
not
the
meant.
pawn shop the pawn shop or the secondhand store, the antique store, the yard sale person, that's who's making money off of it now. Not Nintendo. Nintendo's not gonna make a fucking penny off of NES or
Yeah.
SNES stuff. They're making a killing on these little consoles like me and you bought. They're selling out as soon as they hit the stores. So if they were
Oh,
smart, they'd
dude,
load them
man.
down. They'd load them down like I did mine. You can fit a you could fit the whole library on 2 gigs.
Or just create a
You could
store. Like they're missing a golden opportunity, dude. Like they could be making so much more money off these little machines. Like if they
They're
wanted
already
to, they
almost
could.
$100. Make them upgradable, updatable.
or
Make
just
them
at a
connect.
store. Yeah, make them connect and have a
Yeah,
store to people could pay like $2 for Mario All Stars, $2
yeah.
for just any bullshit little Super
A
Nintendo game.
dollar 99 for any Nintendo game in the library, and you
Yeah,
think you've got all these completionists, you've got all these people who want to have it all. There would be plenty of people who would buy every single game.
telling you, man, that's a golden opportunity. They're not losing money. They're not making money, man. And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah, they're
consumer
not losing it, but
friendly.
they're not making it. They could. It's right there. It's like, why don't they just say, aha, we could just make a whole bunch of these SNES, make them connect, put a store in there, and sell the games individually or sell them in bundles. All the Mario games for
You know,
$10. Something like that.
it's really sad, man. Like it's really sad because a lot of these ROMs they don't work properly. So like if you really want to play this game and it doesn't work properly, like you're kind of shit out of luck, man. Like there's no way to go back and play these original games like in their full glory anymore, and it's a
I
little
was playing one
disconcerting.
the other day, and it was a great game. And I mean, it's not like it was a game breaking glitch. Let me see what it was. Um, but it was enough to the point where I was like, man, it's just kind of taking me out of it. It was just a little graphical glitch, just a red line going up the screen every once in a while. And
Oh
but it
shit.
was like, I was like, man, that's just kind of annoying. And I mean, I wish it wasn't there. But if it was the real official Nintendo product, I wouldn't have to worry about it. They would have done all the work to remaster it and do all that stuff. Sometimes with these ROMs, you get those stupid things where they put at the beginning of the game their own little advertisement.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess it's cool because they did a lot of work to put that out there, and they want to be recognized for it. I get it. Same
Oh,
time,
real quick, Soul Amazing Gaming is telling you to DM the link in the Discord for the podcast.
DM the link. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I can't right now. The phone's my camera. I'll do it
Oh,
after the podcast, so I definitely will.
oh shucks. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it next time we start up at the very
And
beginning.
I still can't get the chat up on the screen. I tried to use the just regular browser on the YouTube, and it said, "Oops, we're sorry. You're using an older version of your browser. Please update it
What?
to use our chat feature." And I'm like, the PlayStation automatically updates everything. The browser app shouldn't have a problem showing the chat. So I can't get the chat to pop up there. I'm going to try going back to the YouTube app and just using that. We'll see if that works.
No,
But
you
yeah, it's
can't
not.
see it through the app.
Yeah, you can't see the chat through the YouTube app on the game. I can't get the chat up anywhere. I guess one of these days I'll have to charge one of these other phones up for
Well,
this other tablet.
tell you what, I'll put the link in the chat, then y'all can copy it in the Discord, or y'all can just
Hey,
get the.
hey.
Well, unless y'all are using other devices, that won't show the link. So there you go. Anyway, speaking of Nintendo, though, next month I believe they're launching their online services for the Switch. $20 a year, online multiplayer
20
comes
bucks
with
a
it.
year?
Yeah, $20 a year comes with online multiplayer, and for some fucking reason, they're locking voice chat to an app on your smartphone. Uh, I'm not
That
sure.
is
I'm not.
odd because Nintendo's are for kids, and kids don't always have smartphones.
Well, it's a little weird because Fortnite doesn't force you to do that. Fortnite has its own built-in voice chat on
Native
Nintendo
chat.
Switch. Yeah, so
It's kind
maybe
of bad. It's not
Nintendo.
great, but still.
Right. So maybe
Oh,
Nintendo will
they'll
see.
let third party chats
Yeah.
still be possible, so you can just chat using the internal games and stuff. I see.
Yeah, hopefully. Because they announced that last year. I guess I never thought about the actual native voice chat features. But yeah, every month they're supposed to be releasing classic Nintendo games for the people who
Oh,
subscribe.
free. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's going to be similar to the PS Plus and Xbox service, and only at $20 a year, so you get free game for 20. I might have to go get a Switch just for that.
Oh, dude, the Switch is a beautiful machine, dude. Especially if you like just want to play a quick game of fucking Fortnite or something on your lunch break, or just whenever you get the chance, like if you're on the road or something, it's a great portable machine. Like it's
Gotcha.
probably the best portable game machine out there by a fucking country mile. Uh,
All right.
I mean, you can get Skyrim for it. Take Skyrim out on the go. Fucking Fortnite. Fucking Doom. Wolfenstein 2. All these big games. Their graphics are scaled down, of course, because it's a lower end machine. But
Yeah.
man, a lot of these games hold up pretty well. Especially the Bethesda published one, like Doom, Skyrim, and Wolfenstein and all that.
Gotcha.
See, I think one of the bigger pieces of news is No Man's Sky's update is hitting tomorrow. It's called Next, and it is bringing with it a full-fledged multiplayer system. It's expanding upon the base building, and it's just adding a lot more features that players have been asking for. It's improving the terrain generation to allow planets to be more Earth-like, improving creature animations, improving the water shaders, adding clouds to the planets and stuff, adding ringed planets. Really looking forward to this update. It's probably going to be all I play this week.
Awesome. So that's one thing I've been meaning to ask about Horizon Zero Dawn. Does it have
Yeah.
any type of well, one thing that I love about that I need to have in an RPG and especially open world games is I need a place that I can call home
Mhm.
and kind of customize and create. A home base. Like in Skyrim, you can have the houses that you
Yeah.
can make and stuff like that. And in the
And
expansions,
buy.
it got
Yeah.
even better where you could completely create your own customized house out in
Yeah.
the wild wilderness, and that was amazing. Fallout has the settlement building features. Does Horizon have anything like that in it? Does it have
I don't think it
a
does, honestly. I
see? I
didn't beat
fig-
it, so I mean, Ryan would be able to tell you before I could, but I don't think it does.
Okay. So I mean, I kind of figured that much, and I finally got chat up, but it's kind of limited to my little old phone that's really slow. So yeah, I can see you guys now. The link to
Word,
the
word.
NES. Oh, he said the link to the NES SNES library thing.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah, I got you. I'll put it in Discord after the. I can't get to Discord yet, but I'll load that down for you. No problem.
So Sheep, have you ever played No Man's Sky, or have you ever inquired about it?
I've seen it pops up in my news every once in a while. I've seen some stuff about it. All I know is that it's one of those. It's similar to like Destiny and stuff like that.
Oh
Correct?
no, no.
What is it?
De- Destiny is a
Enlighten me.
Destiny is a games as a service, which means it constantly gets updated. Like Fortnite, it's pretty much multiplayer only, and every few months it's going to update, change a few things, add a few things, refine a few things. But I mean, it's basically multiplayer only. No Man's Sky, I mean, I guess they're similar in a sense, but No Man's Sky is a procedurally generated. Uh, I can't remember if it's a galaxy or a universe. I think it's more of a galaxy. I think it's a galaxy. But you can travel to these systems, and they're actually bodies of planets, like fully explorable. I don't know if they're as big as actual planets. I'm sure they're probably about as big as like a large moon or something. You can land on them, fully explore them. You have a terrain manipulator where you can add and erase terrain, which means you can tunnel through the planets into caves and stuff. It's going to have its own unique procedurally generated creatures, its own procedurally generated atmosphere, like radioactive, dry, um, acidic, normal, lush, stuff like that. And basically, you start out on a random planet on the outer edge of the galaxy, and the whole point of the game is to get to the center because there's supposedly something at the center, but I haven't got there yet. You start on this planet, and in front of you, I don't know if it's changed, but when the game first came out, in front of you is a broke down ship, and you have to just sort of go around and mine stuff, mine components and create components to be able to repair your ship. And once you repair your ship, you can take off from that planet and see what's in that solar system. Um, and as soon as you gather enough resources, you can create warp cells, refuel your hyperdrive tank, and travel to other solar systems, which there are about 65 quadrillions planets. So there are a bunch of solar systems. Like you
So
will
yeah,
never
you can't. You'll never explore everything in the game.
no,
You'll never see everything that there is to see.
absolutely not. But within the past, see, that was just the base game. With the first major update, they brought base building, so you could build your base. Only on these designated parts of the planet you could build your base. Second update brought vehicles, like just different terrain vehicles, just for different situations. You can use them for different things. Third update brought a campaign of sorts. Brought like a story mode that you can do. It's completely optional, but you can do it. It's there. I brought like just different missions, different refinements. But this new update, I just explained some of it. It's adding multiplayer, completely changing the look of the game, all that stuff. But it's also making it to where you can build anywhere on the planet, and it's increasing the base building to 20,000 pieces of base building components per base. So you can like have this massive, just complex, industrial sized fucking base.
I don't know.
I'm really
Twenty
excited about
thousand
it.
is really not that many pieces. Like, I guess it depends on how big the pieces are. But like, I could think of, I got plenty of settlements in Fallout that are over 20,000 pieces.
Well, each
And you got
like
to
you can
consider that
use
it might make the
yeah
game. It might be too intensive on the game. I guess otherwise, especially if there were multiple ones on the same planet or something like that, how it would
yeah.
be too big of a draw on the resources.
Well,
But
think of it like this. There are one singular pieces that are just whole rooms, just whole contained
oh,
rooms.
okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh,
like,
okay. Then so it's not just wall, floor, ceiling, wall, because that's five pieces
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
And then
I mean,
you got to keep going from there. But
you could do that to create your own like custom like room or whatever, just custom building outline. But there are rooms that you could just like lay down just
oh,
as a
okay.
whole.
Cool. I'll have to look into that. Like, but it'll obviously be a while if I've got 50, 60 hours of Horizon Zero Dawn to get through
Right.
first.
But after this next update, man, it's probably gonna keep me from buying Fallout Shelter, not Shelter, 76.
Oh, come on!
Oh, dude, man, just
Look, the,
if you if you've ever
those
seen the
60
aesthetic,
those billions of worlds will still be there waiting for you.
they will. But goddamn, have you ever seen the aesthetic of No Man's Sky?
I've seen like if I've seen like the cover of it. I've never actually jumped into look at it, but
It's
I definitely will now after hearing a little bit more about it. That does seem interesting.
it's
So
sort of reminiscent of like 60s and 70s sci-fi like book covers because that's where the game designer got his inspiration from for this game. And like, man, like
gotcha.
being able to get on with your friend and like build fucking a colony and lead, like you can buy your own freighter ship to store shit on, and you can completely base build inside the freighter ship however you want to.
Gotcha.
Also, you could also buy your own fleet of freighter ships, up to 50, I think they said. So man, they're giving you all these tools, and to me, it's a perfect game to role play because I mean, before all these updates came out, it's a very lonely game. I mean, it's good to role play in a single player game. I mean, that was kind of. I mean, I used to sort of just sit down and just pretend I was just some sort of just little space pirate, just going from planet to planet, fucking shit up, and just having a ball. And now it's like you can do that with your friends, and it's a lot more expanded now. Like you can actually go out and do missions and stuff. And I'm excited. I'm gonna have to give you my impressions next Monday because it's coming out Tuesday tomorrow. So I'll have all week to
Okay,
play it.
yeah, I'll be interested to see how that goes. How much is the core game right now? Do you know?
It's probably on sale. Let me take a look real quick. You got any other pieces of news in particular that you're interested in?
You stole mine with the Nintendo thing. I was like, oh, I got one in the bag now. But you caught me on that one. That was my big piece of news. I can't really think of anything big right now. There haven't been any major announcements for WWE 2K19 yet, which is odd because you think by now we'd get a pretty like a partial roster list or something like that. All we know right now is that it's AJ Styles and Ronda Rousey are the and Rey Mysterio. AJ Styles on the cover, Ronda Rousey and Rey Mysterio. It's the pre-order bonus. Um, there's not really any big news right now. I'm hearing a lot of details suggesting that um,
Oh, real quick,
PS5, the PS5 might use the same architect system as
architecture. Yeah,
architecture as the PS4, so it'll most likely have cross compatibility. So it's
that's what it
looking
might be
more favorable
caveats.
for yeah. I think it's definitely looking pretty favorable for cross compatibility. So if that's true, I'm all in.
Real quick, Walmart.com, No Man's Sky. The disc is 1993.
That's not bad. That's what I paid for Horizon Zero Dawn. So I may go just snatch it up come payday, and I'll have it stashed away, and I can jump in there at any time. But like I said,
It's
I wanna give this game a shot. I'm kind of bummed that it doesn't have
I'm sure.
a base type thing. I'm pretty sure. One of the main things that I like about games is customization. I like to
I
be able to
could be wrong,
customize
man.
something and make it my own. Well, if
Yeah,
you got even that far and there wasn't anything in it, then I'm sure there's not because I from the looks of it and the feel of it, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I'm sure that.
right,
Uh,
right.
yeah, I don't think that it will. I think it's going to be missing that, and that's one of those elements that I think every RPG game developer should be looking at the most successful games like Fallout and Skyrim and saying what is in
Fortnite.
these games explicitly that makes them work. What makes them? What makes people say, "Oh my God, this game is," um, what makes people keep coming back to these games and love them so much. With Fallout
Man,
and Skyrim, it's not really even the stories are great and they're in depth and they're involved, but it's the other things that you can do. Same with Final Fantasy. You had all the side quests and you had in literally some of the side quests in some of the Final Fantasy games are better than the story in itself or are
oh
better than
yeah,
the gameplay itself. Triple
play six.
Triad in Final Fantasy VIII. The Golden Saucer at in Final Fantasy VII was mini game after mini game after mini game. You could get, I mean, they were some of them were really bad and kind of corny and cheesy, but you could get lost in that thing, just trying to. And that's the thing about Skyrim and Fallout is Fallout introduced the settlement system, which was huge and expensive, but you could
Yeah.
always completely customize your character. You could go in. There was a lot of customization within the weapons, within the stuff like that, visual. So go
Did you
ahead.
ever have
I
mods?
see you got something you want to say, huh?
Did you ever have mods? Did you ever have mods on Fallout?
I just after I finally got the plat trophy, which I could have gotten a long time ago, but I kept every time I jump in Fallout, I jump in with the mindset to do one thing,
Yeah.
and with I guess ADD and everything else, I jump in with that idea, and then all of a sudden that's all out the window within 10 minutes, and I'm all fucking around doing something. I usually end up starting. I go to a settlement, and I'm like, oh, something's not right here, and then I spend 5 hours fixing the damn settlement again. So,
Dude,
but
you
yes, I
should.
did finally download some mods, but that's the problem. That's my only problem with PS and Sony is they're kind of greedy and a little bit kind of
They're limited.
stingy, and
Yeah.
they like to hide everything behind curtains and stuff. So the mods aren't very good on
Oh no,
PlayStation as compared to PC and Xbox. PC
they just don't want to
especially,
hire
you can
someone to filter all that shit. That's the only thing.
yeah,
They're trying to protect
it
their
just
system,
yeah,
which
but.
yeah.
I mean, if they're not breaking, nobody's over there breaking Xboxes with Fallout. So, uh, if Xbox and PC can do it, so can you. And if anything, it just limits. it's a
Huh.
limitation on your system, in my opinion, and it's something that the competition is able to do that you're not doing. And that's the exact same thing I was just saying about the RPG. That's why, like maybe this game I'm playing now, Horizon Zero Dawn, should have a home base where you customize and your own lodge, because I noticed it's lodges, it's not houses, but you have your
Yeah.
own lodge because it's definitely a throwback to like Native American culture or something similar to that. It reminds me of like a
Right.
mixture between Native American and Viking culture. So I'm interested in it, but I just wish it had more of those tropes of those RPGs. And I know that every RPG wants to be different, but um, if you want to be successful, you'll find out how to do what the successful ones are doing, but do it different and make it unique and make it your own. But you need to include those things because those are becoming standards for what
Yeah.
are in an RPG game now. Is the customization, the home, the shelter, community, whatever that you can create and manage and monitor. There needs to be almost a mini city management game in all RPGs now. It's almost become a standard.
The reason
I hope it
the
is.
re-
Anyway, go ahead.
I would say the reason I asked you if you ever had mods on Fallout is because there's a mod that will let you use any object in your settlement building. Like literally any object. Like you could take the big ass statue from what's that place called in the map? You just put it in your settlement. Um,
On PlayStation.
yeah, because it's using all the assets that are in game. Like,
Yeah, but
um,
I probably would have used that one. But yeah, most of the ones that I went through were just they seemed just like none of them seemed like real improvements, and like the quests that were in some of them, they just seem so well. They're user
well, yeah,
created,
dude,
so they're not going to be the best anyway. But
but they
I
can't
did
use
try
their
some
own
of them.
dialogue. They can't use anything, man. Like to create new quests, all they could use are in-game assets. So, like,
I
what's the
know
point? Sony's
you're
just they're
absolutely right.
stubborn.
Yeah, that's the key word when it comes to Sony.
And I wonder if they would be. I wonder if they would be this stubborn if they were losing this gen. Honestly,
Probably not. They'd be doing everything they could to try to fight back, and but now they've got the dominance, so they're trying to maintain it. And I guess I understand, but it hurts it hurts their fan base more than it helps.
so next gen. I'm very curious to see each console not manufacturer, I guess each console company's take on next gen, like what they're going to try to spearhead, that the gaming community will hate, what they'll love. Um, do you remember when these consoles were just freshly like coming out, like the news about them and everything? How Xbox One had this whole DRM thing, always online. Um, just all that stuff surrounding Xbox, which basically just made Microsoft just tank that console. Uh,
Yeah, Microsoft was going with that platform, while Sony was going with it's not a gaming machine, it's an entertainment machine.
no,
Kind
that
of.
was opposite.
Yeah, that was what
So
Sony was trying to do, wasn't it?
Sony was purely focused on gaming, which won them. It was Microsoft that touted the Xbox One as the all-in-one entertainment machine. But their
Okay, yeah, and it didn't work.
it was just their messaging, man. Like I said, the whole DRM thing, having to not being able to trade or let your friends borrow your disc-based games. I mean, it would have like if they would have stuck with their guns, I feel like it would have been interesting. Like they would have sort of changed the landscape a little bit. I think a lot of good probably would have came from that because that's where everything's going anyway. I mean, soon you won't be able to
Uh,
get any physical games once everything's
yeah,
connected. What the fuck you need physical games for? I mean, we're already streaming movies. We don't have to go out and buy
I think they'll
DVDs or
still
anything like
make
that.
physical games. Well, at least on the next gen, but probably going forward after that, they may not, or they'll be completely different. They won't be on discs. They'll be on little small flash drive chips. Because you could if you think about it, on an SD card you could fit probably a PlayStation 4 game on 128 gig or something like that. You could probably fit a PS4 or Xbox game, some of them, on a
Well, what
SD
about a
card.
PlayStation? What about PlayStation 5 games though?
I don't know. I mean, by then we may have terabyte sized fucking flash drives. The technology
I see.
increases with.
I
I
see
mean,
next
the
gen in
game,
2020 though.
it will be 2020 at least 2020. Hopefully, maybe a early 2019 Christmas, early, Christmas time 2019, something like that. And I see a 350 to 399 price tag. Um, I
What
think
I'm
that would be
hoping
good.
for, because
They'd be
Sony had it.
dumb if
Yeah,
they pull a plate PS3. They made the mistake before with PS3 and it lost them the war that year.
dude, fucking Casper was up there saying, "Oh, just have to get another job if you really want this one."
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
it's fucking
you.
ignorant.
Oh no, I
Um,
I think that it'll be 350 to 399. I'll save up for that. I'll pay for that. That's fair to me. I can dig it.
I hope you're right, dude, because I feel like we're seeing glimpses of old Sony lately, just old, out of touch Sony, which I know they aren't. I mean, they're doing mostly all the right moves except for crossplay and like we were talking about with the mods.
Yeah.
Um, the more I think about it, the more I think they're just stubborn, man. And yeah, I get that they're trying to protect their console and their user base, but they're also holding the industry back, like pretty bad.
Yeah.
And they're winning. I mean, what do they have to lose, honestly?
A lot of money.
How?
Well, if they open up, it's a hard argument to make, but if they open up crossplay, it's an argument that some might make that it might make someone else buy an Xbox instead of a PlayStation. Because now all their friends that are on Xbox and they had a PlayStation, well, they can, or I don't. There's arguments to be made for it, and there's logic behind it. There's it's business, and I mean I understand it. I
It
get it.
is, yeah.
I can't like. I don't have to like it, you know. So I'll deal with it. Unless they just completely, screw the pooch and try to drop it up for $500 or something like that. I'll be like, well, time to try out the Xbox. That's
See, I wonder. See, because they're being pressured. They're being pressured right now, and I have a feeling that something's got to give here in the next few months. That they're eventually going to allow Fortnite crossplay, unless they're just waiting for everyone to shut the fuck up about it, which could be the case because I mean people have they shut the fuck up about it. But if they don't, like if they do it and they announce next gen, it's going to make the competition very weird. Like it's going to make the competition, it's going to make it all about the games, which I guess will be a good thing. Because you can play with your friends on any machine. So depending on what machine you want will be depending on the exclusive games that the company is providing for the game. Um,
yeah.
it's gonna make it very weird. It's good. This will be the first generation. If Sony does this, it's will be the first one of the first completely unpredictable generations, console generations.
I think Sony will still maintain dominance as long as they, like I said, they keep the price where it's supposed to be. That was the biggest problem with PS3 was it was almost $100 more than it should have been, and even me, I had to wait like 2 years to get a PS3 because I couldn't afford it when it first came out. I was left out in the blue, playing PlayStation 2 for an extra 2 years. So I'd go over to friends' houses who were lucky enough to be able to afford it just to play a little bit of it. It was bad.
Yep, I had to wait till 2009. That's when the $300 models came out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's garbage. It left a bitter taste in a lot of players' mouths. It probably sent a lot of people over to Xbox. Oh, it definitely did.
Yeah, it did. And the funny thing is, initially, Xbox was just fucking shitting on Sony with their console. But as the PS4 and Xbox One loomed on the horizon, Sony eventually surpassed Xbox 360 in sales with the
Yeah,
PS3.
and it wasn't even about hardware.
It was about the games.
Um, because
Fucking Uncharted,
because
Last of Us.
yeah, because literally it was mostly about the exclusives, and from all the actual data that I've gathered, and I'm biased. I'm definitely put Sony over Xbox hardcore. I think Xbox is just I don't like the Xbox. I don't like the controller. I don't like the exclusives. I just don't
Oh
care
yeah.
for Xbox at all. And I think Sony is the better console, but the data proves that the Xbox is the more powerful console. So, I mean, there is that, but that's not enough
Well, the
to
Xbox
get them
One
the top of the
X.
sales. Yeah, well, yeah, that one.
That's a $500
But I think
machine,
I
though.
think I think the regular Xbox is a little bit better than regular PS4. Am I wrong? As far
You're
as
you're
power?
you're half wrong. Some games
Okay.
on Xbox One they run at a better frame rate. Um, I think they actually have faster RAM speeds. No, oh no, actually, I think it's a faster CPU clock because Sony has the better GPU. Microsoft has the better CPU clock. So, well, I mean, it just depends on
So they
like the
have
developers
trade-offs. So
mainly.
there's a pro and con
Yeah,
for both of them. I got you.
yeah, basically. Uh,
Okay, but on the Xbox One X is the top of the line as far as those go.
oh yeah, of course. Which is why you're going to see a lot of third-party games at Microsoft C3 because I mean, if you want to show your game off, you want to show it off on the best system that you can without
Yeah,
misleading your audience.
gotcha.
Um, another another thing I was wondering about next gen. Do you think the libraries will transfer over? The game libraries that we already have now.
They fucking better.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus.
They
Um,
better. If not, there's going to be a lot of upset people, especially with the online cloud libraries now. People got 100 games that all of a sudden are useless if they. Because a lot of people they have to do when the new consoles come out is sell their old ones to help make the money for the new. And
hmm
if they can't access their online libraries, and they've got instead of losing a $400 $300 console, they're losing thousands of dollars in online games that they've got stored digitally in the
Yep.
libraries through PS Plus and the games that they purchased. So, come on, you've got to give us those games, especially the ones that like. There's going to be people that buy a game right before the next gen console comes out,
Yeah.
and then they're going to want that console too, and they're going to want to still play that game once that console comes out. So unless they're just going to stop developing games and releasing games right before the console comes out, they're going to have to support those libraries. God damn it, they
Um,
better.
I feel like it depends on the developer, but there were certain PlayStation 3 games where if you bought them on the PS3, you pay like $5. If you get a PS4, you pay like $5 or $10 to get that version of the game on PS4. Minecraft did that. There weren't a lot of games that did that though, and that's what's worrying me right now about next gen. Like you had to rebuy The Last of Us when it came out on PS4. You had to rebuy the Uncharted when they came out. Every
And that
port
made
that
it,
came out on PS4, it
and that
was
worked, and
just
it made them more money. So
it did. It absolutely did. I mean, shit.
damn.
I rebought tons of games. I mean, I rebought Hotline Miami. I rebought. Mm, I can't even list them all, man. There's just so many. But they all run better on PS4, so I figured, fuck it. I like these games on PS3, so why not? Why not support the developers? So that's my whole mantra. But I hope it's not like that with next gen. It better not be. That's just so. I mean, it's just a slap to the face of gamers. It's just so cumbersome. Also, you can't expect people
Well,
to.
because now we have the cloud. Now we
Yeah,
have online storage. Now everything can be stored. Back then it was about, I think it was more about where do we put all this stuff, that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
now I think they've got the infrastructure to allow us to keep our libraries. I think it would be just plain out greedy if they didn't. I could understand the small fee transfer over, maybe $5 a game, something like that. But
mm,
don't make us pay 70, 60, $70 for a game that we already own.
yeah, man. Like I can't imagine a world in which they would actually do that with next gen. I mean, that would just uh, be so bad. That'd be such a bad move.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Um, oh man, I see Microsoft taking pretty pretty good straight pretty good strides though next gen because I feel like they shit the bed this gen, and they're gonna just ride it out. I mean, they're gonna have to. They're just gonna have to ride this gen out, and when next gen hits, I feel like they're gonna pull some heavy punches.
Maybe.
Uh, Rumor has it that AMD is providing the architecture for. I think it might be both. I think it was just PS4 though. PlayStation 4 CPU. They're using Ryzen technology. Um,
Hmm.
which I've heard good things about. I know when they first came out, there were a lot of problems, but since then, um, it's gotten better. A buddy of mine at work, he talks about it a little bit. He has a Ryzen CPU, so we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. Yes, we will. Anything else we got to cover today?
Not really, man. I'm just waiting on patch notes for No Man's Sky. I've been refreshing Reddit all fucking day.
Well, you'll get it. You'll get it eventually. You'll know. When does it come out? And he said Monday.
Tomorrow. Coming out tomorrow.
Ah, okay. Well, see, I know
Yeah.
that tomorrow I will be definitely on Fortnite. I'm doing that 1 year celebration. 3 unique challenges and a unique back bling. So I'll
Okay.
definitely be trying to unlock that. Because anybody that misses it, is just gonna have to miss out because it hasn't been very publicized. I mean, I found it on a few sites, but it's not like all over the place that you'll be able to get all this stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, Nothing else really crazy. I went and saw Ant-Man and the Wasp last Tuesday. It was pretty good. No spoilers or anything, but it's
Of course.
not the best Marvel movie this year, but that's hard to compete with Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War. So and Deadpool too, even though that's technically not Marvel.
I still haven't seen
Sony.
any of those fucking movies. I still haven't seen them.
See, you're slacking. Too much video
I
gaming.
am.
You need to get out in the world.
God damn.
But
Too
those
much world.
are what you got to do, man. Is go on Tuesdays. Go on Tuesdays. It's like $5 a ticket, and you bring your own snacks. That's how you
I
do
want
it.
to drive to fucking Texarkana.
Huh?
That's. I want to drive to Texarkana. That's
You
just.
don't even have to drive to Texarkana anymore. You just drive straight to the movie theater, pretty much on the interstate. You get off on one exit, and then you're at the theater.
That's just
You just
obscene.
No, you're crazy. I mean, I wish they did have a theater closer to us, but it's
Yeah.
become my Tuesday thing. It's so cheap, and now that I got my old lady the little smart car thing, so uh,
Oh yeah.
we can go to Texarkana for $5. No problem.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we just got us a
Well,
new vehicle too. Honda,
yeah,
little Honda Fit. So
I
about
seen that.
$5 Texarkana and back.
That was y'all's first car purchase, huh? Congratulations.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
You
I'm a
enjoying
little.
it? Who has it the most right now? You or her?
Oh, take a wild guess.
Her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
I'm a
I
little
figured.
nervous
The
about
one.
these payments, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's always a chore. I had huge payments on our first one, and we made it through. It was tough, but we made it through. You got to make some sacrifices, but you'll be fine.
Oh yeah. So maybe we'll take the old Honda Fit out. Spend $5. Get the Texarkana. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see.
that's like it's pretty cheap because it's like we go see the movie for a total of about we go to the movies for a total of about $20. You know, that's
Yeah.
including gas. That's $5 for gas, $5 a ticket, and we stop and get the dollar boxes of candy at Walmart before we go to the theater, and just pull them out the purse when we get there because you can still carry a purse in there, just can't be very big. You carry your own sodas too. I'm not
Oh, I
paying
forgot.
$5 for a soda.
I forgot about that. They won't allow big purses in there.
Not big ones, but you can have a purse big enough to hold two 20-ounce sodas and a couple boxes of candy. You
That's
don't, I
pretty
mean, you're
fucking
not
big.
taking, not really. I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
that big. No, my old lady's purse isn't that big, and they never stopped her, especially on Tuesdays because nobody's hardly there. You go inside. You don't even go to the ticket things to buy a ticket. You
Well,
go inside where they sell the stuff.
you can imagine most people working at just handing out the tickets. They don't give a fuck
Not on
what purse you're
Tuesdays,
taking in there.
especially. Maybe on Fridays and Saturdays. They don't want people bringing alcohol and stuff in there and stuff like that. But it's no big deal on Tuesdays. They don't stop you. You need to go. You gotta catch up. Especially these Marvel movies, man. They're worth going to the theaters for. It seems like they're better
I
in a
know.
theater than they are at home.
I want to catch Infinity War, man, but
You might be too
life.
late on that one.
Oh no, yeah, I probably am for sure. I also want to see Hereditary if that's in theaters.
Nah,
That's
I want to
probably
see
not there.
Glass when it comes out. Glass looks really good.
I watched the
The
trailer to that. I wasn't expecting what I saw in that trailer.
I know I wasn't either. I didn't know what to expect. I'll be honest, but I do like the idea of the split. I call it unsplittable.
Unsplittable, the whole unsplittable
Unsplittable.
universe.
Yeah, unsplittable because unbreakable and split.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I call it unsplittable. But yeah, it's nice. I like the idea of Samuel L. Jackson and James McAvoy's characters teaming up to take on Bruce Willis's superhero character. I think it'll be
Mm.
interesting. There's obviously going to be something crazy because M. Night Shyamalan. Uh, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I didn't think Split was going to be as good as it was, and
Yeah,
I
it was
did. I
actually
didn't
pretty.
think. I didn't think it quite lived up to the hype, but it was definitely better than I expected it to be. So
Oh, it was fine. Like
it
it was a
was.
good movie.
Yeah, it was fine, but everybody, it got. I think it's overrated. It's good,
Sure.
but it was
Yeah.
overrated. I liked it. I liked uh, Unbreakable. Unbreakable was a damn good movie. So I'm sure the combination of the two will make for some enjoyable entertainment.
Did
What else?
you?
They have released a lot of trailers. Shazam,
Yeah,
um,
I was gonna ask you. Did you see all the trailers that came out of Comic Con? They showed Godzilla also.
Gojira, Gojira.
Yeah, Gojira.
I did. I didn't see the Gojira trailer yet. After the last one, I'm not really sold on Godzilla anymore. Um,
Um, this one looks like supposed to remedy all those problems from the last one. Because I didn't like the last one either. Did you watch the new Japanese one though, Shin Godzilla?
I'm just not into Godzilla.
Oh yeah. See, that's just me when I was a kid. I used to fucking love Godzilla. That was my shit.
Yeah,
This
I can
new
understand. I like Godzuki.
Godzuki. What the fuck is Godzuki? I've never heard that term. Gozuki.
Godzuki's little. It was. You never saw the cartoon? It had. I think it was a Godzilla cartoon. I don't know what it was, but there were people in it, and there was Godzilla and there was Godzuki. Godzuki was Godzilla's baby, like a
Oh
little
god.
baby
Okay.
Godzilla. Yeah,
Godzuki.
Godzuki. That was my shit.
Um,
But I
this
never really liked Godzilla, so
Oh man, this new movie's bringing in like a whole three-headed King Ghidorah and Mothra and all the Titans is what they're calling them in the movie. It looks
okay.
pretty dope.
Maybe it'll be
I didn't.
all right. I'll check it out.
I didn't watch the Shazam trailer. That's the only one I didn't watch. I like the
Yeah,
Fantastical Beast one.
I never watched the first one. I'm not a big pothead, you know. I'm not a big into the Harry
That's fair.
Potters. I've seen them.
The Wizarding World.
I got through some of them. I own all of them, but that's just because I have
You
a pretty
got through.
extensive. I have a pretty extensive voodoo collection, and when I get one, I have to get the rest. So it's just kind of
Sure.
that completionist thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've watched them. I've had to sit through them with the kids and stuff like that. It's just
Right.
like when that whole world was coming out, I wanted to watch more grown up things. I felt like
Yeah.
that was a little bit when it came out. I think I was probably 13 or 14, and I was like, oh man, that's dorky. You know, even though I was into dorky stuff, that was just like the wrong kind of
Yeah.
dorky for me.
I was
That was
probably
like
like 8.
It was teen drama dorky. Whereas if I wanted stuff like magic and stuff like that, I went straight to like Lord of the Rings and epic fantasies as
Oh,
opposed
speaking
to
of
teen
magic,
dramas.
real quick, did you see that D&D and Magic the Gathering have an official crossover?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that just got announced today. And I guess D&D Magic the Gathering was made by the same people who made D&D. I didn't know that.
Blizzard, yeah.
Wait,
Is it not
Magic?
Blizzard?
No, I don't think it's because Blizzard made Hearthstone. I think that's what you're probably thinking of.
Mm, oh, Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast. Sorry,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm tripping. Blizzard Wizard. I guess that's where I was getting it from.
So wait,
But
they
yeah,
did make both
I don't know.
Magic and D&D?
I think at D&D at one point was some other company.
Okay, it's probably just who owns the license for it.
Yeah, it was who originally. Let's see. Oh, D&D was first published by Tactical Studies Rules (TSR), but now it's Wizards of the Coast since 1997. So Magic the Gathering is definitely Wizards of the Coast, I think. So if it is, then there's your answer. Yep, Wizards of the Coast. So they have always been owned by the same. So you gotta wonder why they haven't done that a lot
Yeah,
sooner.
that is a little strange, isn't it?
Why they didn't just make it completely D&D themed. Uh, but I guess, oh well, because it probably didn't start off as, uh, oh, it was released by Wizards of the Coast. So
Huh. They just probably want to try their own thing and fuck, man, I don't know. That is a little weird though.
well, at least they don't have to worry about copyright infringing if they use some of their own creatures and stuff in their lore. Even if they,
Terms and yeah,
yeah, like dire wolf or werebear or shit like that.
that's fair.
But
That is
yeah,
where fair.
a werebear.
Oh, where flare there. We're speaking gibberish now. It's probably time to end
Yeah. It's probably time to call it a day. But
it.
yeah, you want to go ahead and lead us out? We'll go ahead and say goodbye.
Yeah, sure. If you guys like the content that we're making, be sure to leave your thoughts, concerns, and comments below. Leave us the thumbs up or down based on your preference. And we'll catch you next Monday, roughly 4 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll have maybe 1 or 2 folks with us. But if not, it's all right. It's all good. We'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good week.
See you later, guys.